my God, dude. This was one of, if not the worst things to ever happen, not just in the UFC, but ever in the history of the world. Like, this is actually genuinely one of, if not the worst things to ever happen. That's not an exaggeration. Not at all. Listen, when Carlos Ulberg throws his, like, little fucking hopping around smirky, like, on one leg right hook that knocks out Yuri, he has to consider that some of us drove 3.5 hours both ways to go see Yuri knock him out. Carlos Ulberg has, like, sometimes he has to think about people other than himself. He is number one in the Rogues Gallery. I will never despise a fighter more than I now despise fucking Carlos Ulberg. This is the worst thing to ever happen to the sport. He is the most oralist champion of all time. He is the worst fighter to become champion. I shit you not. I was there. Brandon is not in this video. And that's because he is on his way back home right now. He is flying home. He's somewhere up in the air right now as I speak. Going back home. Now, this is a rare occurrence. This is going to be a solo video. This is not going to happen very often where we're doing solo videos. But I was in the crowd. Brandon's in the crowd as well. He'll speak on this at some point. But Carlos Ulberg walks out. He's fucking like jumping off the side of the cage. The crowd is dead. This is my 5th UFC event I've ever been to. I have never in my life. I got the 327 shirt on, by the way. If I didn't pay $45 for this, I would fucking burn it, dude. If I didn't pay for this shirt, I would burn this thing. That's how bad this was. Anyway, just because of the main event. The rest of the card was pretty good. We'll get into that. But Carlos Ulberg goes out there, and the crowd is dead silent. Like, there's no boos. There's definitely no cheers. There's like 3 Kiwis in the crowd. We're walking outside, like, to get into the arena. And this fucking dude from New Zealand, he walks past us. He's like, Carlos boy, knockout G. And that's not even a bedtime joke. I swear to God, that's not even a bedtime joke. I did not steal that from bedtime. I know he's been saying that as a meme for like a year. But this New Zealander, he actually said that to me, word for word. And you know I didn't steal from bedtime because I didn't say Ulberg. He just said Carlos. He's like, Carlos boy, knockout G. And then he walks off. And I was like, well, sucks for him because Yuri's going to knock Carlos's ass out. Are we dead ass? Yuri goes out here with Carlos Ulberg having a fucking torn ACL in the first 2 minutes, and he decides to just, like, point down to the center and beat his chest. Like, that's cool as fuck, which is why this guy should be champ, but he lunges in with the right hand. He could have done anything else, and he would be the champion right now. This little fucking red win thing would be over here, and instead of first round KO Carlos Ulberg, wherever it says, it would say first round KO Yuri. He could have done anything else. He could have done anything else. He could have leg kicked him. He would have won the fight. He could have stayed at range. He would have won the fight. He could have shot a takedown. He would have won the fight. He could have done a fucking backflip in the octagon. He would have won the goddamn fight. This is the only thing. Rushing in with the right hand was the only thing he didn't have to do. It was the only thing that led to Carlos Ulberg winning the fight. He wanted to take the path of most resistance, and it backfired horribly. And now, whenever I go to film a video, and I have to look at the UFC rankings, I just see this motherfucker's face, his stupid goddamn bitch face, on the over the light heavyweight division as the champ. And then I have to scroll through Instagram and see pictures of him with a stupid bitch fucking face getting the belt wrapped around him. These numbers are also wrong, by the way. I just... This is spiking my cortisol so much, dude. I can't... Like, I actually... Dude, I was in the crowd, and I stopped recording because I'm like, maybe Yuri's not going to knock him out this round. And then Ulberg drops him, and I shit you not, I thought my eyes glitched and Ulberg was on the ground and not Yuri. I'm like, wait, there's no way Yuri just got dropped, right? Like, my eyes are deceiving me. I'm looking at an AI generated image or something. Like, I don't know what's going on. And then I'm like, wait, no, Yuri's actually dropped. And then the ref steps in. I don't even remember. Was it Herb Dean? I honestly forget. It was all such a blur. Like, this was insane. And then there's no emotion, no reaction. I just say to the people next to me, I'm like, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Everybody's like in shock, like, oh my God. And I'm just moving people out of the way. Just get away from me. I'm leaving this place. I'm going home. I can't do this anymore. Carlos Ulberg needs to think about people other than him fucking self, dude. This is the worst thing to happen in the UFC. This is the worst thing to happen in any division ever. Most auraless champ. Yuri would have been the most aura-full champ. Or the most aura-full champ. Ulberg, zero aura. Nobody gives a shit about him. Half of the people in the crowd didn't even know who he was until, and they paid thousands of dollars to see him. This is worse than Ankalaev being the champ, because at least Ankalaev had the Dagestani Glazers on his side. And then everybody who hated Dagestan, they hated Ankalaev as well. He had Ali Abdullah Sneeze, I sneezed, whatever the fuck his name is, typing shit up for him on Twitter. You know, he had like some kind of emotion with him. Ulberg, dude. Now I'm going to have to sit through Ulberg versus Paulo Costa. I don't give a shit. I'm never going to pretend to give a shit about that fight. It fucking sucks, dude. Speaking of Paulo Costa, I picked Azamat Murzakanov, and I was fence-sitting this a lot. I'm not, like, that surprised, to be honest. And I wasn't even that surprised watching this. This is a good fight. Azamat Murzakanov, this is a fraud check. Azamat Murzakanov was a fraud. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, just... No, like, there's no other way to put it. He was a fraud. If you're getting beat by Paulo Costa and everybody thought you were this like crazy Dagestan prospect, like you're a fraud, bro. You fold to a couple of checked head kicks. This is a really good performance from Paulo Costa, though. I'm not gonna lie. He wins the first round, rocks him, gets on top, starts landing some ground and pound after like a little bit of tit for tat. You know, nobody's really winning. Kind of striking in the beginning, and then he has all the momentum going into the second round. He kind of loses it, gets rocked back by Azamat Murzakanov, wins that round pretty convincingly. If we look at the strikes, these strikes, like the 23 that Azamat landed, were definitely more impactful than this. And then he also had the takedowns. This was not a submission attempt. That's complete bullshit. And then, oh wait, this is total. I am dumb as fuck, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, he was just landing with more power. Like, it even says it here, like they're more significant. Round 1 was definitely Paulo Costa. That's no doubt. And then round 3, he gets hit with like a body kick or two, blocks a head kick, kind of breaks his arm, and then one just sneaks through and he's just done. Like, he's finished, out cold. He's crying, leaving the octagon. But yeah, this is a great performance from Paulo Costa. I don't think this even looks like the Paulo Costa of old. I think this looks better. I think this is the best version of Paulo Costa we've ever gotten. I think he beats a lot of guys at 205. Like, I might even favor him in a rematch versus Whittaker. Call me crazy. I think he has a little bit more pop. Like Lucas Tracy likes to say, he has thud. When he was at 185, I think he has actual power at 205. He's looking really good. He's looking really sharp. Is that Azamat being a fraud, or is that Paulo being good? I think it can be a little bit of both. But, yeah, honestly, very, I would say exciting. I'd say Paulo has a lot more fans than Azamat does. He brings a little bit more. Like, if it was Mirzakhanov or Ulberg versus Mirzakhanov for the belt, Ulberg versus Costa is still auraless because, like, dude, Costa, we've seen Costa lose to Marvin Vettori, bro. Like, and we saw him just barely scrape by Luke Rockhold. We saw Whitaker beat him. We saw Strickland beat him. Like, we saw Izzy beat him back in the day. Like, it's just not, it's not that exciting, but Mirzakhanov is probably would have been more exciting to the hardcores, but to everybody else, like, Paulo Costa is more exciting. He's definitely going to put more butts in seats. He's going to get more eyeballs on him. He's funny. So, it's probably good that Paulo Costa won overall. But it is just kind of unassuming. Like, if Azamat just kind of ran through him, this would be, he would have some mystique, you know? But, anyway, Paulo Costa. And Ulberg's going to be out for a year with his ACL. Oh, my God, dude. This is horrible. This is so horrible. I can't believe that Kiwi guy was right. I'm pissed. But, yeah, Paulo Costa, ladies and gentlemen. Body kicks did really well for him. Just the kicks in general did Paulo Costa wonders. And he looked really good. I think he beats Jamal Hill. He gives Roundtree a really tough fight. Definitely beats Walker and Reyes. We'll talk about them in a minute. But I think he should 1,000% stay at 205. He's so much better at 205. I'm not gonna lie. This is like he's not weight drained anymore, and he has the lighter man skill, the lighter man speed, and he's exactly the same size. Like, he did not get any bigger, and he's still like one of the bigger guys in the division. Like, he was way bigger than Mirzakhanov. It's actually crazy. Don't make me watch him fight Yuri, please. I don't know who I want Yuri to fight. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow, but yeah, I honestly just want to talk about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it a stack 300. This was amazing. This was like the best thing ever. I'm not going to... This is the worst thing ever. This is the best thing ever. So it balances out. Being in the crowd for possibly the greatest fight of all time is a legendary experience. I recorded the entire thing on my phone because Hockett rocked him in the first, 20 seconds. And then I just whip on my phone. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to knock him out. Holy shit, I need to get this on video. And this was like... And he flipped him off too many times. Like, he flipped him off I counted 5 times in the first round. And then once before the fight started as well. Like, that's just too much, dude. I don't know why he felt the need to flip him off every 10 seconds. So, listen, I have a suspicion about Josh Hockett that he knows that he doesn't really have a crazy personality. Like, he knows nobody would really give a fuck about him, or nobody really should give a fuck about him. So he's like, I'm just going to be as corny as possible. I'm just going to make up a bunch of corny bullshit. Like, I imagine him sitting at a desk at home with, a pen and paper writing out rhymes. When I get the mic... Like he's just doing that, and he's just trying to make beef with fan favorites like Yuri's making beef with Curtis Blades, the nicest guy ever. Just kind of for no reason. I mean, Curtis Blades makes a little bit more sense because he's fighting him, but dude, they were rocking each other every 10 seconds. This is the first time I've ever watched somebody get rocked badly in a fight and think, oh, they're not gonna get knocked out here. It's still gonna. After the first, 2 minutes, I was like, oh, this might actually go to decision. I was saying it, dude, I was the one person in the crowd. I'm like, this is going to decision. Watching it live, I had no idea who won. And you shouldn't have either. If you're like, okay, well, Hockett actually landed 3 more strikes in round 2. And, well, he landed less strikes. But Hockett had the bigger moments here and here. You're a nerd, dude. Just... Linkin Park was playing in the background of this fight, and in every normal person's brain, if you're watching it, scoring it, you're a fucking dweeb. Like, I just don't know how to put it. This was amazing. Josh Hockett is really corny, and Brandon told me he should be in our Rogues Gallery. I'm like, why would he be in the Rogues Gallery? That was the best fight ever. That's the best fight we're ever going to see live by a long shot. Why the fuck would he go in the Rogues Gallery? Yeah, he's corny. Okay, sure. That's why he got this fight, is because he stole a line from Chael Sonnen. This was the best fight ever. If you say, like, dude, if you try to bring up some Gaethje versus Holloway, that's not better than this, dude. That fight was not that good. That was a domination. Royval versus Van, yeah, that was good, but there's moments where it's tit for tat, it's technical. This was never technical for 30 seconds, dude. This looked like a high school JV heavyweight wrestling match for like a minute. And it looked like the first minute of that where they still got energy. If you wrestle, you know if you've ever wrestled, you know what I'm talking about. But it looked like that for, you know, when Curtis Blade started shooting takedowns, and he's like stumbling across the octagon, like getting thrown, kind of like how Yuri like stumbled Rakic back in the day. Fuck, dude, I'm thinking about Yuri, or like, you know, when somebody's rocked, they try to shoot a takedown, they get shucked off, and they like fucking stumble the other way. They're like running, but he stayed in there. This is like. And then by the second round, Curtis Blades would just get rocked, and I'm like, oh, he's going to come back and he's going to rock Josh Hockett. Oh, I just realized fucking Patrick's not in the video anymore. Patrick belongs in the video, guys, 100%. But this fight, oh my God. It doesn't do it justice to describe what it was. You just have to watch it. Like, all you guys watched it. I know every single one of you watched it. So this was not like... You can't just say, oh, Hockett lands a bomb over the top. Curtis rocks him back with a 1-2. Like, you can't say that, because it just... Talking about the technical X's and O's of this was such a sleeper matchup as well. Like, nobody thought this was going to be as good as it was. And it literally made my entire night. This is the only reason why I'm, like, happy I went to this, even though this abomination fucking happened. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about how cool this was, but I'm realizing, like, I just remember it as a fucking scrap, a dogfight. I don't remember a single punch that any of them threw, because it didn't really matter. It didn't matter what they were throwing. It was fucking landing, dude. And I was in the third round, Curtis Blades is still like, I'm like, how the fuck is this dude still moving his head? It was great. I loved every second of this fight. Josh Hockett comes out running, blah, blah, blah. Comes out running, knocks Curtis Blades down. He's like about to finish him, and then Curtis Blades takes him down and then rocks him back up against the fence. He's teeing off. Like, dude, this was the best fight ever. Like, come on, it was fucking nuts, bro. And we needed it after this bullshit, dude. Participating in the "This is bullshit" chant is like a top 5 experience of my entire life, because this was bullshit. If you had told me that this was going to decision, I would have called you so many, like, despicable words to describe your intelligence. 10-17 on total strikes in round 1. 9-13 in round 2. 15-12 in round 3. And then Dominic Reyes, this pissed me off. I like Dominic Reyes, but this pissed me off so bad. Dominic Reyes goes on Instagram and he's like, since I was robbed of my post-fight speech, this is my official speech. And he said, praise the Lord Jesus Christ, that's all good. But then he's like, thank you to Johnny Walker for that technical bout. I'm gonna take a page out of Josh Hockett's book. I'm gonna take 2 pages out of Josh Hockett's book. How about that? Yeah. And then he's like, to the fans in Miami. The fans in Miami? You want to talk to the fans in Miami after that? He says, to the fans in Miami, I know you guys wanted blood, but that's not how it always goes. Some people paid thousands of dollars and drove for like 7 hours in a day to see you knock Johnny Walker out, or Johnny Walker knock you out, and then you go out there and fucking tippy tap leg kicks at range. Are you fucking kidding me, Dominic Reyes? This is the same guy that beat John Jones. Like, are we serious, bro? This is a great performance from Cub Swanson. This was great. I was really happy about this. This was like, I was saying to Brandon before this, like, you gotta, if you're thinking about retiring, just retire unless you're like a Dustin Poirier level star. Don't do a send-off fight because it never ends well. And you just take unnecessary brain damage. He took like no damage in this fight. Perfect send-off. He's fucking slipping, dipping, ripping, and he fucking knocks his bitch ass out. That was so cool to see. And he just seemed like an unk in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, he just seemed like the unk in the gym who's like pissing you off because you're like, oh, I'm so much younger than this guy. I should be beating his ass. Like, how is he so good? It just, I don't know, it just brought a smile to my face. Like, it was just really good to see, especially since he got the 20-minute video and he got to go out on a win. Like, we're happy for Cub Swanson. Last fighter from the WC era. That's crazy. Aaron Picto, we're happy he beat Pitbull. Kevin Holland, he locked in. He beat Randy Brown. We're happy to see that as well. And they're going to go do their basketball match. Gamrot gets his first finish of all time. And the rest are nobodies. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Brandon will be back tomorrow. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Thanks so much once again. Peace.